Hello everybody, Styling King here, and here is part 13, yeah, it is part 13 of my Final Fantasy VII Let's Play, and I'm recording this on Monday night, and the National Championship game is on between Yukon and Butler, and really, I have no stake in this game whatsoever. I'm rooting for Butler, just because, you know, they're the underdogs, and everybody always roots for the underdogs, except last year when they were playing Duke. I was rooting for Duke, obviously. But, you know, I'm definitely going to be rooting for Butler. Actually, the game's on right now, and it's tied at 19 toward the end of the first half, so, you know, I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. I think Butler's going to win, but, you know, I'm not sure. It depends on how well Kemba Walker plays. If Kemba plays well, then I'm giving it to Yukon. If Kemba doesn't play well, I'm going to give it to Butler. No doubt about it. And I don't really have anything to talk about in this one. I had stuff to talk about in my last one. But in this commentary, I don't really have much to talk about. I mean, I guess. Yeah, I really don't have much to talk about at all, really. Just to warn you, this part and the next part are extremely, extremely boring. I mean, if you thought the previous parts were boring, these are outrageously boring. This is basically me just walking through this marketplace trying to figure out what to do, because I had no clue what to do when I was here first time. But then I printed out a walkthrough, and now I know what to do. So I'm all good now. After these next two videos, will be all good again for you guys. Be all sped up. Well, not sped up. It won't be moving super, super slow from now on, guys. After this video, especially 2 more videos, and then it gets really exciting and really fun. I'll promise you that much. I guess I can talk about sports for a second. I'm a Rays fan. Some of you might know that. I'm not sure if I've said that ever. And when Carl Crawford left, I was one of the few Rays fans that was actually overjoyed that he left. And the reason is, I just don't think he's a good player. People are like, oh, Carl Crawford, best outfielder in the game, he's so amazing. I don't think he's that good. The guy's never hit over 300 besides last year in his career, and the only reason he hit 300 last year was because he was in a contract year. Players always play better in contract years. Adrian Beltre is a perfect example of that, and I think Carl Crawford's a perfect example of that. Nobody plays him, and like Beltre don't play well unless they're in a contract year. And look what he's done for the Red Sox so far. I think he's like 2 of 12 or something like that with an RBI. And you're paying a guy $145 million over 7 years to bat 7th in your lineup? Oh, come on. That is just so outrageous that why they would waste their money on that contract is beyond me. It just doesn't make sense at all. So yeah, to be honest, I'm happy Crawford left. I can't say we're better without him yet, because, you know, we're not overly better without him yet. We're 0-3. Boston's 0-3, so, you know, it's kind of a weird start to the season so far. But as long as Boston doesn't play well, I'm very, very happy. Another funny thing that involves Boston is, if you guys remember, I want to say 2 off seasons ago, 2 or 3, the Yankees went out and signed Sabathia, Burnett, and Teixeira, and everybody was going crazy about how they're spending all this money and, oh, they just buy World Series. But the funny thing is, Boston had a crazy offseason this year. Let's see, they signed Crawford, traded for Gonzalez, signed Jenks, signed Stoltamakia, signed Wheeler. It kind of seems like you guys are buying a World Series too. But you don't hear any sportscaster or somebody talking bad about the Red Sox at all. And if you're a Red Sox fan, deal with it. But you never see anybody talking bad about the Red Sox, and it's super annoying because they are just as bad as the Yankees or even the Phillies now. Well, I can't really say buy World Series. They go out and trade for players. They don't sign players. I mean, if the other owner is willing to accept your trade, then, you know, I can't really say you're buying a World Series. But I can say the Red Sox are buying a World Series because it's kind of clearly they are buying a World Series. They're trying to outdo the Yankees, and they're not succeeding right now. The Yankees, I think, are 3-1, and Boston's 0-3 right now. So, you know, I know it's a small sample size, but still, it's kind of annoying, to be perfectly honest, that nobody's talking bad about the Red Sox, and everybody talks bad about the Yankees, who I grew up rooting for, and still do root for a little. But yeah, that's really my discussion on sports, on baseball. I really don't want to go any further. People get pissed at me for some odd reason. I hate the Red Sox. Most of my friends hate the Red Sox. They're just an annoying team. Wow, Pujols. Pujols absolutely is garbage so far this year. He's 0-3 today. I think he's like 2 of like 15 on the season so far. I feel bad for, the Cardinals organization. Holiday injured, Wainwright injured, Pujols stinking it up right now. And you're going to lose Pujols at the end of the year anyway, so not the best time to be them. And the best team in baseball is, surprisingly enough, the Baltimore Orioles. I can't believe they are 4-0 right now. I get the pleasure of watching them every day. I wouldn't say the pleasure, but it's fun to watch this team. They are a very young team and a very good team. Their overall team ERA so far in the year through 4 games is 1.07. It is, I think, the best ERA through 4 games in the history of Major League Baseball. I thought I heard that statistic somewhere. So that's incredible how well a team that was one of the worst teams in baseball last year is playing that well this year. I guess it does prove that Buck Showalter is that good of a manager. And actually, since Buck Showalter signed the contract with the Orioles, they have the best record in baseball. Can you believe that? I find that hilarious, how a manager can make that much of a difference. But if you look at the Devils, and if you look at the New Jersey Devils in hockey, they were horrible before they before they fired their coach and brought back their old coach when they won the Stanley Cup with. So it's kind of funny how all this plays together in sports. How managers do make that much of a difference for players. I guess it could make a difference. I'm not too sure, but basically, guys, this is all I really wanted to talk about today. I know it's kind of a boring commentary. If you guys don't enjoy sports or specifically baseball, I'll try and lighten it up tomorrow. I'm Selling Kink. I'm signing out. Peace.